Hello students, today we are going to see this topic data types, variables and expressions. Okay, so data types. Okay, coming into the topic data types. So there are so many different data types. So main difference is predefined data types and user defined data types. So predefined data types means the data types which are defined by the creators of C++, and user defined data types are the data types which are defined by the person who is using the C++ programming language. So first of all, we'll see the concept of data types. So the user gives data in different types. Okay, so it may be a text, it may be a number, or it may be uh, a decimal point variable. Okay, so here you can see that there is an example. So name is equal to text and the age is a number and the average mark is, you can see that that is a decimal pointed value. Okay, so here you can see that these different types must be classified by you if you want to use that in C++. Okay, so to get text data, you have to declare it as character or string. Okay, if you want numbers, whole numbers, then you need it as integers. Okay, so if you want decimal numbers like this, then you must know that uh, this comes under float variable data. Okay, so this kind of classification of data will help you in working with the different data types. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to see this different types of data types. Okay, so first of all we'll see what is data. So the value that the user provide or value that is obtained from the real world is known as data, and you will be manipulating just by saving it uh, in variable. Okay, so what are all the data types in C++? Okay, so there are fundamental data types, user defined data types and derived data types. Okay, so by seeing this picture you can clearly find out what is user defined data types, fundamental data types and derived data types. Okay, so first of all we'll come from user defined data types. So user defined data types consist of structure, union, class and in enumeration. Okay, enumeration means you will be seeing all these things in this forthcoming chapters, but now we'll focus on this fundamental data types. Fundamental data types consist of integer type, void type and floating point type. Okay, integer consists of int and char. So these are all the keywords. Int is a integer, that's int is the keyword for integer, and char is the keyword for character, and void is also another data type, so we'll be seeing that. And float is float, float is floating point, and double is it's another type of floating point, so that it can store more values after decimal point. Okay, so derived data types is array, function, pointers and reference. We'll be discussing that in forthcoming chapters. So first of all we'll see this integer data type. So there is a syntax for integer data type. You have to follow this syntax if you want to declare this variable. Okay, so data type, int is the data type and variable name. So variable name we have seen, it has to be some rules. Okay, you have to follow the rules to name a variable. Okay, so the variable are the named memory location to hold values of a specific data type. In C++, the variable should be declared explicitly with their data types before they are actually used. Okay, so in C++, you have to declare the data type before you are using it. Okay, if you are not declared the variable and you are using the variable, uh, then it will arise a error. Okay, so variables are named space. Okay, named memory space to store some value. Okay, so this is the for data type. So integer is we will be holding some whole numbers, okay, without any fraction. And this is an example program to work with uh, work with two numbers, okay. So they are declaring int in a number one, number two, and some three variables has been declared here. So they are getting values from the user number and store it in number one and number two, and they are doing some calculation here in sum is equal to num1 plus num2, and they are printing the result in the last statement, okay. So this is the integer data type, and here you can see that character data type, okay. So character data type is it holds a single letter, okay. ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, okay. So this ASCII will be having a number for each letter, okay. So capital A is capital A is I think 91. uh, yes, capital A is 91, and you can see that now in the program you can see that character CAR CH, now you can see that CH plus 1, okay. So the user is entering the value A, but the next is B, okay, capital A and capital B. So now they are adding plus 1 to the character, which is 91 to 92. So the ASCII value 91 responds to the corresponds to the capital B here, okay. So it can take you to the next character. So that is what it is done here, okay. So character is also somewhat integer. It stores the integer value of the ASCII value, okay. So here you can see that uh, now the next example they are getting some number from the user and displaying it as a text or a letter, okay. So the user is entering 100 here, but the respective ASCII value is d, small d, and it is printed here, okay. So next is floating float data type. So this is only for decimal floating point variables, okay. So if you are getting, if you are using values like 3.14 or 1.141, so these kind of values can be used in this data type, float data type. So they can represent value between integers, okay. So from 1 to 2, okay. So these two numbers, there are some numbers, okay, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So these numbers are being represented by using this float data type. They can represent a much greater range of value, okay. So if you are using double float data type, then you can use more number of values, okay. Here they are given some example. So here you can see that float r comma area. R is radius and the area is the area of the circle, okay. So here you can see that enter radius, okay. They are getting the user, they are giving a user that to enter the radius. Now user is entering some data. That data is stored in variable r, and the area is calculated by using pi r square, okay. So pi value is 3.14 into r, okay. So the value comes under this area, and the area value is printed here, okay. So that's what it's explained here. So if you want to store more precise value means 6 point sorry oh, 6.51 416, so if you want to show this kind of more precise value than the float value, then you can use this double data type, okay. Next is void. Void is also a data type, but it doesn't return any space, okay. Void means empty space, okay. So this is to denote that you are using nothing, okay. So that is the use of this void statement. So With this, we'll finish the class today. We'll see the uh, memory representation of fundamental data types and the data type modifiers in the next class. Thank you, students.